because that was if we say also kaho ana mesime kaho na abijafo kaho ana etimi ema bibia ekoti titru efa adwento ato a ene adwenkyerem obedwom so mamenda was biom na me sanka o say my text message number on 1760 anopay impayfo atena say incoming national organizer for the ruling National Democratic Congress, me kind lawyer Pijanity, or underline when incoming. What's the basis for that? You bet you NCBA ever had him say, Era Kofi Adams. I don't know, the piano lawyer for the now me mad that word now. What can I be a one? Yeah, me my word no say well. Me just say nipa no why you so banu na ma ye.
Lawyers when they are won't tell you.
Okay.
My one. Yenti one.
Okay. Campaign come on. Edaso. Okay. Is it Edaso?
No, Edaso. Since I very interesting. Very interesting. Revelations near very good.
Okay.
Very good.
Honorable Alexander Akon, so could you Futua, one of the finest. Amoko council meeting now for Moko the Okikaki Kanyano Yeti. For instance, hey, learn have make what you are watching me, and I think I was Utiwa, the Bezemeca. They become the court to the Sokoto. It's maybe I know what's on the bank canadian.
That's it. You
in fact, for one of a year, I had a referral of Belgium, and it's the MP before seemed to Ebasana said, in an Belgium, sir, or committees, for instance, on Belgium. On Badwam or Canzino, my
now, aspiring national organizer. Now,
he's an incoming.
See, our controversy, a plumwasam. Eka Fantibro for now, the Eka for Canada.
You got Ghana Statistical Service for Eddie in Sabia to Jama Ghana for Yanko Shambra, Eba, Evidi Sankomono, and other matters.
Like
the annual inflation rate for January 2013 was 10.1%, and that for July 2013 was 11.8%. Admittedly, the inflation rate for July 2013 is higher than that for January 2013. According to Dr. Baumia, inflation during the period increased by 1.7%. That is 11.8% minus 10.1% equals 1.7%. GSS would wish to state that the difference indicated refer to percentage points and not a percentage increase in the rate of inflation. The approach adopted by Dr. Baumia is methodologically inaccurate and misleading. The January 2013 inflation figure is computed using the index levels for January 2012 and that for January 2013, while the rate for July 2013 is computed using the index levels for July 2012 and July 2013. The same approach is applied in the computation of the annual inflation rates for January 2014 and July 2014. Additionally, the fact that prices of petroleum products and utilities have increased over the period January 2014 to July 2014 may not necessarily lead to a proportionate increase in inflation rate, unless, of course, we have empirical evidence to show that all other prices, including food prices, remain the same over the period. Each item in the CPI basket has a weight, and the extent to which it influences the general price level depends on its relative weight in the basket. We wish to state that the GSS is mindful of the need to produce and disseminate accurate data to enhance the formulation and implementation of relevant policies. In the discharge of our duties, we are guided by our core values and ethics, as well as the UN Fundamental Principles of Official Statistics and the African Charter of Statistics. The GSS is prepared to offer further clarifications to any individual or group of persons on the work that we do.
Okay, because other super septic for us, and the Lucky Herbal Clinic for also as anyone products, Lucky Herbal Bitters and mixture, no, so you better on us, on other room, and I didn't pay some on Adom TV, multi TV, bro. Badwam Reloaded, middleman and a cognizant, medical to him How about Fenyo Markin say what Hanum say MP Futu Adishia or no Genoma name of Mashibejum Sansona. You cannot challenge it, neither are you able to contend it. The incoming national organizer for the ruling National Democratic Congress. Wadani Mutunuko or say Afedi Edaso. First, no, say rough edges kakrebi was say Edaso, you see the Edaso pa yepa. Go Afedi.
And you do it here, I shall find a pay.
You ever call law school, Nibi, all those technical challenges with the usage of word. So they become different interpretations.
Sometimes one quite better. Who can say, on the how? Okay, so when say John, because more a lawyer, and the expectation is that they're in a better appreciation. Then call your lawyer can maybe come the better, and sometimes one.
Luciano, I incoming national organizer.
Yeah.
Election no me interpretation.
Yeah.
One toy.
Yeah.
One final nomination, but it took me on the ground and Kofi Bewin on internet academy them there.
What for one scenario?
Remember.
Which is so.
Sure. Oh, it is so. Thank you. So,
Nanado.
I am of course. The man of Nanado Z. One guy says, incoming.
No, but Nanado pair, even the analysis of the ordinary Ghanaian. Pair, even the analysis of I will quote Mustafa Hamid. Or say it will be one of the political, you show exactly a word, but I've forgotten, in the history of Ghana. Say, looking at the situation, no, Nanado, Ebeka Entiminya flag by a phone. Even though
also you are one of the ordinary Ghanaians.
No, clearly, I don't even need to be an ordinary Ghanaian. In my case,
that's right.
Listening to what reasonable people are saying within the MPP,
that's right,
and even outside the MPP,
that's right.
People like incoming national organizer. Clearly, they say about the more PMP Nanado Ana.
That's right.
From
that, Yen as NDC.
Yeah.
You're paying other flag bearer than another.
So you see how it's going.
Any other flag bearer apart from John Mahama. But Kofi, the last time was signal there. Was someone running vice president. Or say, President, you continue to about. Also, you show the president, remember, misquoting. Also, President Mahama said, "Oh, you don't know Oracle." I'll say, but I need prerogative.
That's the point. That's the point.
Also, President Mahama, why would he sit here? I will be a national organizer. Tell me, swing the will be a moon flag bearer. Never now, next day, you are certain. Then President Mahama wasn't no the running mate is you are not sure.
Those about elected.
No, remember. That month, even to Munkada, Ekadamana, the ratio being a crowd and other people who contest President Mahama. International organizers. President Mahama said, "You don't know, wasn't no call." In you don't know, wasn't no call. Now, the vice president running mate is it? In your show, I see. Wabra Tamon say, Mumbai nomination, and even call for Dodua. What's what per the way then? What pay flag bearership to all party?
Could be but a Michelle, could be my unity, I pay a man, and I pay Namiadum, what for my spokesperson. You go to Wabi, Namushia. In fact, I feel the man who said, within the political parties, not necessarily the NDC alone, NPP, no, as almost said here, propaganda. It's very, very important. If it's a small kind, the condition was there. Say, it's so
when the referee joins the players, when a referee decides to join a player, says you are 2 against 1.
Okay, mediation.
What's an NDC colors? That's how I should be. That's how I join in a Martin.
Okay. Some of your text some of your text messages are about it's still leadership or because does it exist or because they are not members of the union, we do not receive from them as our colleagues in NAT and NAGAT receive. We want to hear from them. Moses from Achimodana, we have a happy birthday to Petra Damwa of J. Chris Educational Center, Takrade, and from your father, Peter Damwa, Wasa Daman. Today is your birthday, your 14th birthday, Petra Damwa, wishing you a happy birthday from your sister, Abna Duku Damwa. And a very special birthday to my dear one, Emmanuel Newton Atta of Chifu Himan Islamic School from Judith. And Badwam, the best among the 2 stations of the nation. Nanaya, you are the queen of the nation. I urge those with voting power to cast their vote for the old executive, especially our champion chairman, Mr. Festus Adai Oga, and for new Edubiasi Constitution. Don't throw old for new, even though new brooms sweep better than. Oh, now how can we do anything? Okay, so that's it. And good morning to Omaene and Oba Pananaya, A.K. Adiza. Thanks for your good work. Done, like your show from Anoche, Small World, Aguna, Ashanti. And Omai, good morning. The toll booth attendants wear gloves to collect their monies from motorists, but use same gloves to give change and tickets. They can be vector for cholera and other. Johnny Watakra Nedeba. NDC delegate Nabra Sebu Kwamankese in Central Region should vote for Honorable Napoleon Nsako Teria as Constituency Secretary come tomorrow. And happy birthday to Mr. Richard K. Asare of Bebiani from Fred Obuobi Bebiani. Please try to be inviting the 3 Krobo MPs for sharing ideas on your station. They've been silent in Parliament for a long time. Oh, God save Krobos in Ghana. Andy from so many and the other. MPP, Boko Haram and Ebola, which is more dangerous. Agege Ewa. And happy birthday to my wife, Mrs. Lovia Oforiwa in Cancer from her husband, Mr. Nkansa. And hey, Nana Tua, you make me happy when I listen to your show. May God bless you. From Ima Waguna Asante. And hi, Nana. Your sense of humor always makes me strong every morning. You guys are wonderful. Keep it up. Ray Wakosumbo. And I'm your fan and love your show. Please, today, my brother Baba Gariba Adam is bidding for chairmanship at a Central NDC executive election. Please use your medium to wish him success. Forson Robert Watepa Anadiaba. Tell Nana she's nice today. Nana Adom will win by 99% from Nero Wafidiase. And Felix Venyo wishes daughter Joyce Siram Dolly of Intotroso a happy birthday. She's 16 years old today. And we also need Pantone at Pando Toko. Shall we all die before you know that our lives are precious? Mr. President, do you care for us at all? Kufualo, Anadiwiaba. Let mankind know this. Jesus have all his enemies under his feet, including Ebola. Jesus in you, no fears for Ebola. Dan from Maxim. MPP does not give respect to any government unless it is theirs. They did that same to Dr. Nkrumah and later overthrown him by Paul Aguna Ahanta. Then I message say or the aba and don't just say Okosuna Osa Honorable Oshebwa Odisu. Omahini tell MPP members that the Templar Kutukraba market will be open on Ogwa Fetu Afashe, best Chinese market in Ghana. I see. From Safuhine Kofi Atta, Cape Coast. And good morning, Omahini and Nanaya. I am a teacher in JHS, and I'm not surprised at all about the results of the SHS. It is actually a reflection of what is happening. Fatu Honorable Shulebra or to, it's actually, Pato Camera Mopeke Honorable Federal Markets, Ebra or acting in a way contrary to the regulations of court processes, trying to go behind judges and prosecutors to do what is untoward on the set. From Assemblyman Asim Praso, a man come and see my town since June. No fuel for Zoom Lion car and container. Okay, yeah, that was a super septic now.
Who missed you on the show? But there's a cafe, no. What Robaya, Christian, no.
But yes, I
be misconstrued.
But yes, I
direct. I sent it my boss. Why?
Who's room is misconstrued? Who's
Okay. Yeah, quickly. what do we have to say? Adam, void of partisan, quickly on education. They say, be a kind of
quickly. The truth of the matter is, me say, Mr. Debbie Cree, and so Okan nseme bien na mafemaba, and without being political, me feel that aban or there immediately or yen shishaya Obama the will opening a date for first year SHS for what by in such a way there up to the time I wobo throw wasi in social now we at least was spend 9 terms because an answer prepare your analysis be me there answer na first years one na first you were friend terminal why we eventually they write the exams at the time were complete 6 terms instead of 9 terms and it means that syllabus on a curriculum now or they were complete within 9 terms or 3 years no we rate that time now so they will control in social into them percentages now all but out there performance no or obi was spending 2 years instead of 3 years but how can a serious government, a competent government, and I care for you government, a better Ghana government, allow the future of children of this country to be destroyed in a manner?
Destroyed?
Of course, because Obineba, Inyim Akaba, Wafana, Omayan, Infel exams, but in Mobia, we fail exams, Onyim there, in Chonyimazan. But on task, how the person goes through some trauma. Depression. In Chabetum, I said that Abeno is a from a word that and in there, syllabus expect we develop in there or they will win in 3 years. Because of reopening, and it was a computer placement. No one can come home, Naze, at the end of the day, our friend or spend 2 years in our classroom. Or spend 2 years. How do you expect him? I did what JHS 1. Now a cultural exams be. Now was it JHS 2 in Zamazaba? Obviously, one chawa into me then an answer. Only to know for government to allow itself to be used, or for government to allow them to spend only 2 years and write exams. I wonder whether a beno pede moframe wonder actually because now we fail exams or the way you were friend then remedials. One and all course say on your bayan because you made them to write exams 2 years when they were supposed to be 3 years. Bear in mind that there had been a reform to make a SHS 4 years and now what will be to 3 years. Unfortunately, because of the way the whole structure is, Moframan spend 6 terms, which is 2 years. That was actual exams. No, we fail. Number 2, there private schools, one performance, in BP, are better than public schools. But we also know that private schools, teachers are watching them from an they are less qualified than public schools. Into the issue of motivation comes in. In fact, Amy may encourage a teacher for them. No matter the challenges, financial, or you want to say there, more from an award public schools, what better one has it? Because as a member of parliament, sometimes Unkofu Bawunchen Wofi, Onyibi, also work at the private school form. What's Uncle Trace Canamis? Then in him there, one can say you a pure water neton, and now to Brazil or Kwan, Wusikano, wo capital Nimpundu 100 Ghana cedi. Na a peded over private school, no waka honorable. The one who say, Abufran over to obey a cratchaman. Into question may be saying that. In then I didn't be the woman oko. You may have friend aside to now. Nature don't say, oh yeah, now. See, only a teacher for our public schools, meaning there. Over 95% of them are qualified and even graduate teachers. Yes, sir. Ghana Funina, yes, sir. There. You that challenges no was it some wofo. But and use the they should go the extra mile. Na one boy, na yenara because yeah, about 10 years no to afford the private school education.
Okay.
Then to government whatever it takes to motivate them. Wobotum wa traze na wo so wetum wa boa oman ma akonekan 1 year. Then in particular capitation grant. A teacher funny people complain. Facilities nzama wo hia was a traze capitation grant chide bia we can depend on PTA ansana when yambo kakra bi was a few and now all student association for waboboa but capitation grant no o delay yanim ya kase capitation grant is in arrest for over 3 times. Didn't ya? The teacher in catch classroom maybe I said you chalk. Said you notebook or either BB what you say only sika. And I had mistress and I had master on top basic AEB or teaching. Or better than a watch as it. Whereas in the private school no proprietor no or no make sure that Bibia wana queen. Into your best okay. Or you bien men your politics and no pay war education. Nanso aban ni sinton or you there or jitum so that the blame game mirror way minya okujecha black you know or some statistics be or the bar out there you know one worse a performance or you better than MPP time. I mean very very anemic analysis, very jaundiced. It is on with why should now as if that he is still in opposition now or your usual politics. You are not in government. You are expected to raise the bar. But the baby mundo, our baby are one official position be figures and all the baby are. What comes sometimes your opposition? You can say that flexibility and the way we may want to go about it. Sometimes we may do below par. It is possible. You are in opposition. But when you are in government,
don't talk like you are in opposition.
I mean, Sabio, you must have an attitudinal change. The says or man was Asha Wonsa. It is a minyo kujeto Ablakwa, member of parliament, deputy minister of education. He just comes out to tell the whole Ghana, NDC for one worst performance or was in the moon put, or you're better than MPP for. People will question that, hey, are you being sincere? Okay. No question is that because the 4-year SHS policy is bad. We all know the first batch results. We all know the second batch results. The quality. Teacher Funinara was the one that said, hey, MPP father was a bay. Moframa na wearing Moframa walk 4-year SHS now wearing the quality, one performance at the university. Their confidence level. Nazi. Intino, the best ma aben in yet the politics. I had them put at the Utah Gazi. No was out from that see there a teacher funa won't care and a lecturer in a one pair by semna. Walk me while sorry, Rudro will be in research and book allowance because if you can cry waja 1 year research. Now, you are streamlining one area, whereas you are spending excessively in another area. Right. Because if you the teacher for no, they are vulnerable. It is wrong.
Kofi, I'm afraid we can say, Honorable Chairman, Deputy Minister, a Deputy Minister, Minister of Education say 3%. Education, they are key. Into the partisanship by my hygiene, health, education, shelter. Let us give a thorough discussion void of partisan colors. Now, how we can solve it because that's in Padana Huasem and I can. But before we can, Nana Obrimpon in Ketia, Donald for Yao Jamra, Nana, and a pay a chow. There was a Sawajibra also here, Okwas and Timantem, Sokoban and Pabamia, Nana, a whole Anna Wakunyan, a war, a CP, and a pay. Wajibre also more carbon so free a year English amanone ye jedi se bibia ko kama akwa banana obempo yetu
yo mahini medase ma minchia ashafo mo hia ya no pay na minchia especially yem party manuso won go through elections and almost we win no me congratulate them me sure that obi aye na dream wa abenum and now NDC party in Mukrade obey politics with education. There be that. Omde nipa politics with education ye MPP omo flag bearer or deno se den nana adodankwa akufu ado. There why cabinet minister da. Why flag bearer 2 times defeated. Now o pray biom there yento abama na be flag bearer na wo be kwa kugina platform do aka nsema enim de enye nokre nanado wako kansema onim de enye nokre na obi antumi ntena wonka de o because ono wa benu minti say opposition for kansema enye nokre ana sebi nipa no di ntro ana o twantro go so a na jai na enko sa like ono ka e mo opposition na o omutuma ma low job
so opposition to ba
senia wo kanu ye nokre a eno ko bia take on but ada wo kanu statistically no e wrong nya wo kana wodi gu education improvement program no ho efi no enye nokre. The evidence is very clear. And the evidence no more the buy. Now, obi the evidence ba as nipa no here politics. Because the evidence is clear. Omoya analysis from 2006. Yes, sir, the grading system. The bedu neno. It is quite clear that there has been massive improvement. Say 2006, omonya A1 to C6 no omoye 12.5%. Now 2007 echo down to 10.5%. 2008 echo up biom to 12.5%. 2009 enayenya 14.5%. 2010 now there was no waxing because almost sa added to 4 years until we are in Church of year 2010. Then 2011 yenya 26%. Then 2012 yenya 31%. Then 2013 yenya 19%. And in yenya 28%. You cannot say that it is worse and it is becoming bad. So say obi ko kansem na say nya nokre na no ye ka nokre na mo members na hanka de and obi ye politics and now he was just putting out the truth nokre na eda ho then nya papa no koka ye wo Volta region enye nokre. And the total failures no so na about a little over 3% actually. A little over 3%. And ebinumu say winya A 5 A's. Now winya be E in English still won't fall within this 28%. Winya A in all your electives. Winya A in maybe English. Now winya E in maths one category no. Because English and maths are core subjects that you must pass within a certain range, or they will between A and C6. And the omunya A1 to C6 no analysis no. The last week, the director of education of he didn't help matters though because now he came in a little bit angry and he went to my explain I don't know the way a subsequent explanation think I would take any time on month's explanation. It would have helped even matters on that day. I strongly think that the performance has not been bad at all. The way I now 72% feeling identity. Some of them will qualify to other institutions, other tertiary institutions, the polytechnics and many others. But in relation to education, as for schools for less than the total number of terms there. And yet, I'm sure you went to A-level. We call A-level, no? You report sometimes getting to the end of the first term, and I do a second term now. Meanwhile, the A-level is structured to cover 2 years of what? 6 terms. That's how the syllabus is. That's what we call either in the second term of the first year, and then start proper academic work, maybe mid that term. Also in the third term of your second year. So that system has always been so that first years don't usually get the total number of what terms are or within an academic year. Anything on structure the internal syllabus of every school such that you are able to cover within the period. So I'm not interested in this kind of argument. 1999 was the first batch of, I think, SS. And they finished university, I think, I say 1993 was the first batch of SS. First batch in university, I think, 1999, thereabout. The zoology department, before this batch baby in 1999, then we've recorded only one first class. Where maybe Professor Tiamo also. The next person now also being first class one was one Francis Bobo. I'm told he's a lecturer now in University of Ghana also, and he may be a doctor or possibly even higher by now. And also, no SS product from Pando Secondary School. He was the next person to have had first class, even though he was competing with many other A-level products. So sometimes you will get people who, no matter the number of years they will still fail.
Okay.
And in your remedial, they will still go. So you can't say that because of this smaller percentage, it won't delay all the rest. Why? The whole of West Africa will not be wrong. Wrong to say that senior secondary school, 3 years. Why should we alone decide that school for 4 years? When the entire West African system is doing 3 years, so we are reverted to 3 years. Or more, no 4 years. So they were reverting to 3 years. Now now 4 years to keep them more in schools. What we need to do is to generate more means of employment. But also there, a of not creating employment into yen keeping Mofano in school longer until almost spend more time in school or better reducing the numbers of unemployment. That is not the way to solve a problem that is confronting a country.
All right, 1760, your text message line. If I'm bringing in Jibre or Badwam reloaded, so and Kinkai and for Emma. I can say, Pensemubre, Lucky Herbal Clinic for another Anafi, a super septic, a super septica, a draw on Wasua, a Pamonka, if you office. Or hotel, any baby I will be on, and what you come more, but is interfere and tatia, and once now, the money down, so quasi a yin can be free, and a pump and be free, a baby our answer emphasis, super septic, or my baby a tour to see, Fako now no one could do more questions for down, super septic, a Busiano, now whom for swap a day, ebro, and what is my main cow say, Ubi Nawana, a baby Adana, Cassiana could nay idea so. Into be the annual drew a mawa so or consider mawa na seda kese ne se de mawa Lucky Herbal Clinic anyone products one or betters no and one war mixture and so uyam na ye ya one edokro utita pile and what you call feature your bar ubia etil kan odo hodom Lucky Herbal ebusiano ya die bia adane kranko da so bia no one to ase prekope e dia mawa obanka ha one or Kanichi First Light on a crack academy and a share him so na Takrade so call for junction Udu Kumasia Abepo junction in between the Total and Shell filling station Uhon Ewo Honum South no do ni check car so enya ndokwana so what winni by the Aguna Swedro Quantimpono so Uhun Lucky Herbal for the cock now no kudinsa so na show apomu de wonsem said the AC call mamika obi o text message line 1760 now the abre biaba yankinkan sani yako Ghana Statistical Service for 1 year one day Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Correlations to Techiman Paramount Chief for the 10th anniversary and to the Techiman Times newspaper for 4 years. Adom TV, keep it up. Mark Abre Ewo managing editor there Minister Fag Akonya Wiswaso Chief Executive Classic FM we try for him war Techiman in Peswaso so we do wa fashion kesepa on the 30th Yatawachi and a Badwam reloaded and so ebedu Techiman on the 8th of September FSO. How can Benito Usubio ever think of no that is what you think and this was today is the sad day when I sad one day this was man Mohammed from Boli says his uncle Alaji Allah Kabo is contesting the NDC chairmanship for Boli Bamboy. Okay, so wish you well. MPP is a great party of possibility thinkers. They will surely rise and shine. From Papani mobile phones. I might tell Kofi Adams to try and and flash you with his number. I see, but he doesn't know who you are. Schools do not have syllabus. No non-payment of salaries. delayed promotions, and non-payment of salaries, and then salary increment, and non-payment of capitation grant. The question is, how does the teacher work effectively? Habakkuk Ewa Axim, please, can you find out for me why graduate teachers from training colleges this year in Ashanti region alone have not been posted, whilst others from other regions have received their appointment letters? Schools are resuming next month, and teachers need to rent apartments, yet no posting in Ashanti region. Is this the better Ghana? A stitch in time saves 9. Odifo from Obuasi and also the Abre. So my text message is in Kosombra 1760. Stop making unsubstantiated allegations. The Ghana Statistical Service warns Baumia. Let me read out a portion. Government statistician Dr. Philomena Nyako has warned former Deputy Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, to refrain from making unsubstantiated allegations against the Ghana Statistical Service. Dr. Philomena's comment follows accusation from Dr. Baumia that the Ghana Statistical Service and the Bank of Ghana were cooking up inflation and exchange rate figures. According to Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, statistics on exchange rates from the Bank of Ghana and inflation from the Ghana Statistical Service are, in my humble opinion, not credible. And it continues. But is an expert when it comes to issues relating to the economy and finance. But my question is, institutions of state, how do we attack them, and why do we attack them with words like forging of documents and giving out information supposedly to say false? No other better means to approach it, even if that is the case. Lawyer.
Why answer Namaka Ghana Statistical Service one response to Dr. Baumia. Mamman Fakasebi interim. Minya Kofi about educational, system. And Moframa was school. You see, me raise a very serious concern based on what Mr. Nsua. Okay. The Moframan, instead of 3 years, we use it 2 years. And now was prepared for cultural exams. And Kofi tried to use the A-level system to justify why or normal, unless I'm misquoting him. But, Mr. If the policy will develop your friend then syllabus and the curriculum is for 3 years, why do you let your students spend 2 years in a classroom? You are, destroying their future, because 2 years now was spending. Woman him. I thought that Kofi would take it on board. Then look, he would agree with me that government must review its policy on education or ensure that Moframan at least they spend a minimum of 9 terms, because I spent 9 terms in school before I wrote my SSC.
And you were taught all the 9 terms.
Oh,
in all
I'm
the
saying,
9 terms.
yes, of course.
No. That is not possible. Listen, I am a teacher. He's pushing a matter that should not be pushed. We all know that, look, schools will resume first years.
Oh, God.
Even these days.
First years
go. We don't do anything. We don't do anything. That's all that I'm saying. That yes, you may have a situation where from GES level, almost structure syllabus in a way that.
You asked for a specific example, so whether or not I completed a 9-term program, and I'm saying yes. Let me tell you, I wrote BEC in August 1994. Okay, result came in December 1994. January, I was in St. Augustine's. I completed 1997 December. Didn't I complete my 9th term?
But who?
First term, second term, third term. Year 1, year 2, year 3, third term. I mean, you almost done. You write your exams. Okay, it's like the intro terminal exams, except that this time around you are writing an external exams. I'm saying that from the analysis by that expert. The man was a former director general. He gave an explanation, and I'm saying that I'm not being political. I want you to take it on board. The way our structures, instead of them of Framan, will stay in school for 3 years, you know. The way as an iron, they spend 2 years on it, and he gave examples.
What example did he give?
Timer, results number, and the time that they go. Also, then one because a term is 3 months. Is that also? Term almost, yes, almost 3 months.
Almost 3 months.
Almost 3 months. Yeah. Good. Now, also into my first year from one corner, maybe I can just about a month. Okay? They've lost 2 months of academic work. You can't tell me that if you are at the university and you are spending 4 months for a semester, and then you enter for 2 months or a month and a half, you would have covered the whole semester's work. All that, let's forget about the politics of it. That is why I'm not. I am not. If you are saying I am wrong, then that expert who was a director general, who was telling us that look, one of the problems in the Moframan, instead of 3 years, they spend 2 years. You know, abandoning share, no review how. They would cover all the syllabus. If you disagree, that's fine. Let's move on. I want to say it's all partisan politics. When we even decide to take a position to suggest certain things to you, you won't agree. It's up to you.
Okay. We are talking about percentage passes. That's why we are analyzing. Omo year 4 years no. Omo year 4 years no. Year omo kochiro ye no kra no. The number of the percentage pass enye 3 years so. Omo year 4 years. The percentage omo qualify to the university. Is it different from omo year 3 years now? Ask yourself that.
Second item,
no. Why? I shouldn't analyze it. Omo year 4 years. 4 years. Additional 1 year. What was the percentage pass? And there are other key ingredients we should be looking at. Now, I'm surprised that you come and sit here and tell me that we call first year now, we call first time now, you started straight away academic work. It has never happened. It doesn't happen.
What are you talking about?
It's a reasonable time.
Am I in
reasonable time?
No. Am I in we entered. Let me give you in January 1997.
Please.
In January 1995.
Use exercise your restraint and let me finish. When I finish, you can come in. When I finish, you can come in. When I finish,
it was said that the
finish, please, you can
could do your orientation with the continuing students in Ansana.
Continuing students, do they do orientation?
Oh, I'm saying you do your orientation before. You start academic work with the continuing students.
I'm saying that continuing students they don't do.
I'm not talking about continuing students doing orientation. I'm saying that when I entered first year in secondary school, I did orientation and everything.
You continue with the continuing.
And we started academic work with the continuing students.
So you are saying you entered school before school reopened? Oh. Is that what you are saying? That you call school before school reopened? That's what you are saying.
Okay.
That is very interesting. But then all that I'm trying to say is that in terms of entrance,
are you still proposing in 4 years? Because based on the so kind
no, I am not arguing.
Yes, reasonable months be good. I affect instead of 3 eventually becomes 2 and some other months.
Yeah, that's why. That's why.
I'm not arguing.
No. That is the truth. They're not a coffee. Instead of the 3 years, it doesn't become 3 years. It's some 2 years and some months.
Some months that you
actually on this issue, I'm not going political.
Nobody saying that.
Let me explain again.
Nobody saying that.
I'm trying to say that I'm quoting the former director general.
Okay.
He emphasized that he took away the year issue. No, emphasizing that instead of 9 terms, they do 6 terms.
There's a shortage.
By the 6th term in Wacho. Okay? So it means that 3 terms were cut off.
How?
This is what he explained. He's a former director general.
Who?
And he said, hey, you can take it out again.
Yes.
Because I'm saying that from what he explained, okay, I am compelled to suggest to government to look at it again.
Okay.
That if by the system, Moframa neutral ways answer, unless he is wrong in his analysis.
And I'm saying, how is that? How is that possible?
Kofi, that is why let's allow.
We'll make the technocrats Nankasa will give us this analysis.
For me, look, the past is not a analysis in America. Sometimes it is not all about the number of years. A binimu on 10 years. 10 years, nyombenya, nombenya.
So that we don't also confuse.
And now go for Kabibi about syllabus. Look, the syllabus are properties of the school. Who school the syllabus ma teacher. Not teacher no be kwa. He's supposed to return the syllabus to the school. So I'm really surprised that the Bibeka there syllabus in the
Okay.
The syllabus must be kept and protected and well knitted so that it will pass on from teacher to teacher. And approved textbooks and also who approved textbooks now. At the first pages of the book, yes, then you repeat the syllabus and how you should cover table no first year, second year, third year. Very break it down. So even that is also there. So I'm surprised about Bibeka there syllabus, and teacher phone to me. Then they are not trained to really teach.
Yes, Medase, the Dr. Badwam consistently. Yetumu de obwe na no no kasa. Yenu anoma wo ben agencies a wo ben afa. Won sheda anti ni ye. Na won hwe na asam na wakan aba owom.
Your word was consistently.
Consistently, sure. Consistently. Because anytime a Dr. Badwam obwe na no wakasa, oza for Ghanaian economy ho nzeme bi onkoye no, you immediately get a response either from government or the agency of government. Onintino emi memu hunye de onyaza aben Dr. Badwam okasa wote nembom what find there politics into one may respond just to bring him down. Two agencies so instead de ebia wo betain no opape more king aba owomini yen fanye djuma won fanye djuma. Now time Dr. Badwam or address Central University audience on the state of the Ghanaian economy. Ozensemi P tuga. The look ozikan abeni figures na oze by inflation, interest rates na no kaka ho yen reserves a ye won ade nyina doc or question and the look mamo kekan onye no koro ordinary Ghanaian ne bra or bre on the streets of Accra and other remote areas no onye no nyi mo figures no. Two, Dr. Badwam Kabibi about the your friend then government of Ghana, a Bank of Ghana policy, decision on forex, exchange rates, dollar CD, what there, your friend then your dollar or account ma. There is a restriction as in your kada look. The manzama muri the man she no on Ghana. Bazam na yete ahurobeshe oboa na nkasempo cross school wahi Badwam okro Buckingham University wako na nam Oxford waka chaze British Columbia waye ni PhD waye djuma pi nanso politics inti wakama wope nemi oyem yo de mami yenya yebun de dan waye bun bi obe reduce no ho into partisan politics by questioning the basis of Dr. Badwam analysis. And I mean, yawo ayewo Ghana. Yaji to me there, Bank of Ghana, one policy decision on forex across the Ghanaian city so much that it has affected everything in the economy. You know it. Time what did that mean to a policy decision in Bay? The dollar to the city, around 2.3, 2.4. In there, you are talking about 3.8, 3.9. Why do I say 3.8, 3.9? Bank of Ghana for one case no official figure. Do around 3.03. It is different from the banks. Individuals are what price in dollar. We use one rate. Ghana International School, their rate is 3.75. For about 10 trade school fees. Customs, one rate is around 3.7. That's our Bank of Ghana is there. Dollar to Sydney or here 3.03. Now, but we never catch all there. The if Ghana are using oil wronger, how do you challenge him? Then he relates it that because of Muma pegging at 3.03, no, Ghana Statistical Service, once inflationary figures, no, or there must be some consistency because statistics in pick from one source. Ghana Statistical Service, when they depend on these institutions, and then whatever they get from the inflationary basket, they use it. Okay? So if the man says that, look, the correlation.
The Ghana Statistical Service depends on Bank of Ghana too.
Oh, no, the policy rates, the interest rates, the exchange rates, and all that, it affects the work they do. Don't they? Please. They need these figures. Don't try to mislead yourself and mislead the viewers. They depend on them. They do not work in isolation. Let me correct you, Kofi. Ghana Statistical Service does not work in isolation. Once a baby can wants to work a research and we pick a bro nebuni, a money, then they put it in one basket and strike the average and say, no, from this time to that time or within this month, this is the percentage increase or that. Then they get the aggregate numbers and then say that, oh, this month, this is the inflationary figure. Please. They depend on other figures in the economy. And one key area they rely on is the figures from Bank of Ghana. I'm telling you, on good authority. If you don't know, with all due respect, I'm letting you know, so don't confuse me. Now, what Ghana Statistical Service is trying to tell all of us, them are Dr. Baumia Akano, Obwa de Emi make a child before them a government a Bank of Ghana. What the limitation was it by them a friend and dollar today what dollar into me using. I'm telling you, sewing machine and dryers as one of my areas make target to support vocational training or my constituency. I place a lot of emphasis on vocational training. Now me koto a friend then sewing machines and dryers from a wholesale suppliers what more 250 Ghana cedi. Okay? Na supplier no so ordinary margin kakra ozatodo. In there, they are talking about 350
from 250.
Of course, a kasapia what's the dollar duty. Minimum beer a month your friend then 3 months ago. No okra cars. Yenye biyadi ye work and pay my constituents. No onya or clear car no $3,000 on each car. Second went to one cleaning your cars in a big warehouse. $3,000 now in Choido clear at that time only about 2.5 billion or 250,000 Ghana plus. In the same cars because when yes car at the time because of exchange rates only almost 370,000 Ghana cedis or that clear $3,000 3 months ago, which could have been 200 your friend then a certain amount ebia obenyan be your friend then $3,000 ebia at that time and you are talking about ebia 8,000 in the $3,000 no on your them you multiply it by 3.7.
Wow.
You could do 12,000. So my can not say pay okay look almost statistical service. Look at the way exchange rate in Orco. Then look at the way market in Zamani Bo Ayazen. Then check the figures that you are, churning out to the Ghanaian public. No, it's questionable. In his humble opinion, in my humble opinion, you come out attacking. Now, time Dr. Kwesi Botri, and also the Professor Kwesi Botri, who delivered a lecture was Central University. Obakade, in fact, every single thing that Dr. Baumia can analysis about Baumia, Dr. Baumia yen on the yardin. I was expecting NDC for to come out and criticize Professor Bochi.
That's what I'm saying. He's not going to comment on whatever.
Because he largely agrees with him.
Why? He's not going to comment.
He's not going to comment about
that. I don't want any mistake. He added, no, please, the tape is there. Media, you always have it. Professor Bochi did not only say that he was not going to comment,
but he respected or not
he said that he agreed with him on the major issues the man raised. Please, we are educating people who are viewing us. People are listening.
Let us
people
also be mindful, especially when we are quoting verbatim what individuals
I am
said.
Paraphrasing.
If you paraphrase them,
I am saying that the essence of what Professor Bochi said was that what Bawumia had earlier said was not misleading. Please, that was the essence of what he put out there. He had said categorical that, look, he agreed with him on most of the issues.
Correct. That's the way.
Sure, he agreed with him on most of the issues. And the fundamental issues are Dr. Bawumia raising. The principal matters before Dr. Bawumia are okay and Kofu attacking Yenyan Mendisifu or attacking him. Okay, about the way the economy was being run. About the internet NDC one criticized Professor Bochi because Oya one Oya NDC.
That's all after your market. That's if you.
Say, who a medical doctor and a surgeon, or pay obiniyem, the okuyi adibi. Na nipano opaye yenu otumi yi adeni fin. But owie yenu either the stitching na or some year stitching back no one stitching ye. And now all stitching we scissors bia or the try baby no ujai scissors no inside that. That surgery is considered not to have been a successful surgery. Even though adena nanka oko yinu uyi sa adeno very perfectly well. So say Bawumia can send me ebi ye nokre. Na say okay bi a enye nokre. It doesn't mean that because any you are doing on other issues inti me oka ya enye nokre no so no ye mfa ne nyina mfa nka ho na ye ntuntum sa. It doesn't work that way. And it will never work that way. Bawumia is deputy governor of Bank of Ghana before. Na Bawumia sunim afenyo makia honorable out here onim that your Bank of Ghana rates and your forest bureaus for some one rates now use and the commercial banks so sometimes rates now use. This has been the case all through. And society the maraso minia you were a prevailing rate day by day, and you were pegged rate. Who call, for example, American visa? Who can apply for American visa? Or more peggy or rate for almost like a year. Or make sure the cocotia CDs of this, and this is what the rate are use for that period. You can go in and go and pay. Or more peggy. A bill also it changes day by day. Ebi also weekly and bi-weekly. Customs so they are okay. They use bi-weekly. And so any rate maybe 3.2. Now ochina ekoye 3.3. They will use ochina 3.3. They know. So unless after 2 weeks before they will take the new rate again and apply it for that 2 week period. And you will peg rates and you will then prevailing rates. Dr. Bawumia, how Bank of Ghana statistical officers generate figures. Process NCSI. Bebre now on 1 year Jumano or but why you not doing there? He wants to now destroy every institution. What shall I say? From Bank of Dr. Bawumia, from Bank of Ghana, Wako Statistical Service, TCA Cocoa Board. He is targeting institutions now or can. Just so because they have given him a certain platform and a certain rated over and above maybe what he is supposed to be into. Or sorry, now he's just attacking.
Now if you have a doctor speaking, doctor or an authority in economics.
You don't speak. But when Tienia, head of statistical service between the doctor of economics and Obia Ono is statistician, trained expert statistician. That's what she is. Why ye juma or kahuno generative figures ma Dr. Baumia. Now if she is speaking and you a politician who expect votes, I will believe the professional or down the professional job to a politician or no or votes. When Timmy Okakan what tema Okasa we Okasa Nsema enye papa gu cocoa board hono and also the cocoa farmers should vote for MPP. Nipa no was for votes. And the Bibia Obeka Bia Eye no creo, Enye no creo, Obeka Ama or the Efiegu system no so now or the Asre votes. That is what is happening. And we must watch between a politician. Look, me, I would have supported Dr. Baumia, say no concern in the Bank of Ghana. Monitoring unit, no, more effective. Like me, I find you marking K, the local schools be a rate now, or modij parents, no. This is how high it is. And think a Bank of Ghana monitoring unit, no, or to make sure that rate now to move for Ghana, no, that is what must prevail there. So Baumia should be calling on the monitoring unit to do their work, not to be undermining state institutions. On one eye, Juma, what he's doing is very dangerous for this country.
Dr. Baumia,
I'm telling you. And the next time, which institution should we believe again? As a statistical service, figures now we don't calculate inflation by picking 4 or 5 markets. Meaning, we know the same market. You could top buyer. At a lower price than maybe you will get, or you may get it at a lower price than I get, depending on what bargaining power.
Okay.
So, Osuma Mrs. Baumia, that's your local market. Now, because of this status, maybe on to moon bargain now, or corner say about price and man pay now we fear now all the figures and bread will fear. Men for no fan koye was a more calculation.
All right, Kofi.
The statistical service have a CPI or more use and them America, you know, every item or one weight in the basket.
Okay.
A particular item may change very high. Now so no weight no less.
Yeah, that's super septic. Yeah, lucky about for I say. Yeah, Kwaba Yaba, New Patriotic Party, Super Delegates Congress, Naba, so say, be independent in nominal. Yebedi and come. But before I go, I want to tell Kofi Adams to call me. I like him and want to meet him. He is my role model, Sir John Ewelembele. Oh, opposite names. I've been teaching maths in one of the SHS for 2 years now without salary. How do I perform? David Obrekum and Adiaba. Kofi Adams, no size. Continue educating Ghanaians. Farouk Bimbila. The 4 years is very good. You just compared 2014, the F Form 3s and 4s, Majesty of Semenya. And the people of Nkrofo have the achieved, okay, multi-teams. Middleman Henry Kobnat, and Timamin Kosun Kao say, Honorable Afenyo Markin, Ewa Hanim say, Futu Mashibe Jenny, Adeshio, on original one name of Mashibe Jenny, Koso Damwasi, say, Modom, ready to me.
Oh, mind the mischief man. No, Kebiama.
It's your young body.
Oh, my. Oh, the mischief man.
Right, all about those who are
when a Greek is offering you grapes. When a Chinese man, that is the one. When a Chinese is offering you tea,
you everything mischief. Me a shock there. Me read the basic name hoko. Mischief. The way I audio the basic name mischief.
Okay. So some of your text messages are by UAB Super Delegates Congress. It's live on Adom TV, multi TV. So baby, I could be an idea. Said the enormity. When are you inviting our MP, Honorable Grace Adom, Manson Contact Constituency? 6 years we've not heard about it. We shall see 2015 and please find out. I want to know the date that the BEC results will be released to the public. Somewhere around September on baby. I want to ask Kofi Adams that A-level, how many subjects are offered there? Government GP, government. Please, I'm Latif from
3+1.
Please, I'm Latif from I'm Latif from Hohoi. I want Kofi Adams' number 0244 1341. I know a lot of teachers in public schools whose children are in private schools. Why? From Kwame or Takwa. And please try and give us the information about the BEC examination. Please, we have been at home for long. We want to go to school. Please, and Tapri Desmond from Pandai. And then please, if no 4 years education, then the best thing is for you. It's for you people to reduce the syllabus for students. Remake. Good morning. Love your program. Keep it up from Armstrong, Ejura SHS. If you ask student teachers and even parents, everyone will tell you 4 years was good.
I believe
the 4-year SHS is the best. We all attest to the 4-year results and the 3-year results of our awards. Obuasi, now the way by. The MPP proposed 4 years SSS education without infrastructure. They always blame the teacher for getting a parent who spends majority of hours with their wards at home. The whole of last term, no chalk. Zach Nadiaba. Kofi, you are the best man in NDC. Call me on this number, please. Okay, Edoma Kofi Adam. Lukman from Axim, branch secretary. And I tell the MPP man not to twist facts about education. I wonder why Takwa Abosu Road has not been done. The government want to do discrimination. Please get information or invite MP to come and explain. Seidu Abos Nadeba. Please wish Mr. Oba Mauli the best of luck. He's contesting for the chairmanship position in the German North constituency, Claudia Osampa. But the truth is that the students are no longer serious. I believe this point. I respect this point. Students are no longer serious, most of them. Mary or Madina and Adiaba. Kofi, it was 3 terms. I went to Navasco, 95 and completed 97. Patrick Kofi, concentrate on this one. I'll say, Kofi, it was 3 terms. I went to Navasco, 40295 and completed 191297. Samuel Atiru Folio, number 9864. We have a check. Now, I was part of the MPP 4 years education program, and that was wonderful. Could you believe that? That was the time St. Augustine's College recorded their first 8 A's. NDC. The secondary education, which when well calculated, is not even 2 years. Okay, when well calculated, means probably in 2 years can 2 years and some months. When calculated well, is not even up to 2 years. Private and public schools uses the same period of time, but private schools passes than the public school. The fact about quality in teaching from Ralph Wenchi Akrobi and Adiaba. The propaganda is the major problem in Ghana, especially in education. Let us face fact to save our dear future leaders. And finally, why is the UDS institution postponing the reopening date indefinitely? Okay, so that's why we'll do a check on that for you. Bravo.
Okay, yes.
Super Delegates Congress.
Yes.
Well, brief.
Yeah, the Nyankuponase, the YN Adom, Mpempenda, or the MPP, or the Nebodu. Remember, they be American. Adumarakwa. Yet to me, all internal elections are do the last phase of it, or flag bearership. The fact that me support na Akufo-Addo, the fact that MPP over 90% support in Adom. Also in Chede, Yabaka BB to undermine others who are contesting. After all, Yedina, Ebushian, Yazako. On I in the Adrian Chese, and so
like we trying to back of what is a campaign, obviously. Pacho, the Mamenka first 5 no, Pacho Adom, or the Pacho Mamenka 5 no. He campaign nobody called.
Am I in Pacho? But to Master Sam. Oh, Inti Nami Aduma, consider as a Bible in this goodness level.
And I took back a chair.
Intino, minimum there. Overwhelmingly, Nana Akufo-Addo would win.
I endorse that.
And but just say,
and they endorse. I endorse that. Say, based what is happening on the ground.
That's right. And honestly, in Chede, there's a big obeying. No, it will be a signal from the grassroots in there. A crow here and a dodonara baby a whopping. Until when you sum there, although only the age appear minka or kakasebi, a binum in a yard, binum in a yard, but any ni baby me in a yard, ni same thing in there. Sanchanyami Adom consider over 90%, over 80%, over 70% was all Nanado. Onam abota sonko a onyen wo ne politics abrebom edo sonko a wo magana ma wa komi nyinara papai antikase fibi enfinano yama no kwan nunzi ye nanim na ncho be ya enuanum nka no nya obeta echi de o in fact yenyi party for ya adwen ya ma yensa do October 18 dem bro see President Kufuor time 2000 for him there was nobody contested. It was a popular acclamation. Yena ya converge were 1A ya claiming. Then the individual party members now were contesting. No, we use one various strengths in various areas. Look, let me comment NDC for.
But that's another question. But so we say 2 scenarios in this. Super Delegates Congress selected few. Apostles of democracy. Super Delegates Conference, a selected few people are privileged to do that voting. Now, the bigger picture is that Congress proper to elect a flag bearer. The Ushe base now, so the 5 is just that clearly. That's why I said I endorse Nana to say Ura 5. But Ukokase also have a suggest to say, Yen Konanka, we had Nana massively by even 99%. That Congress let me move beyond the opportunity.
It says, Oman, I watch in the business of Mamma.
Okay, so but what did you be
No, I watch
no, be trying to.
I watch in the business.
No, trying
to. Question.
And you but me, my can you are apostles of democracy, but democracy must be guided.
Okay.
With capital S's.
Democracy must be guided. Democracy must be a platform for building consensus. Only thing I suggest there. In Chobeya, Nyameya Duma, consider Yena Yen would overwhelmingly no party for Waji and Akufo-Addo atum. Onam ne doson kwa more many, onam na botelson kwa, onam minimization kwa one. Yazim mana. In 2000, October 18th, nche enuanim na ba ye kor na waka de o onna ma yehu wa grassroots dem be wa se kede ma ete wa party ni ma ete wa outside the party ni mon nche yenua yenji ye bread penyin ana yenua na Akufo-Addo nature na mbe se toto ho de ibs wa party mu da in 2004 elections aye kra no the time no man penyin Kufuor na wa ba the first term ye o seek re-election Igwe, Kivas, new site. MPP Funina Yakodeo. We should acclaim President Kufuor. Osande, the voice at the grassroots level in Chade. Look, Kufuor onye then Onko onye in shadow there. We are trying to stampede. We are trying to cut corners. But or your suggestion. Now, na make the member, the individual members now work contesting. What was strength papa? Na make them say NDC for one Iberian Faton miserable on about the 2008 campaign. What ya dibia emine baby amidian or yamife. Or man paying Rollins wafa northern sector. Ejam mills when yani baby call we concentrating coastal areas no Mahama or Shenfinfiwo na another group wa Accra wo ye edwuma nti yehwe yembre da ala wa fa baby consensus ya there se bi obotukwan aye international appointment bi enyim obaka there international appointment be o say yes am pocho me pede me party be power no yes suggestion o ma impocho international suggestion appointment be obaka do mistake Ghana eja osayama ya eja jogati and you will be but for various sectors na ya tinem na ya edwuma dem go buy party baba power 2016
no international assignment
no not only for him o mine be a mission
so the seat of this mission
Adia omoyi
o mine be a mission not only
mini alana nka Sunday bra nka ochira nka metro letter resign there adene 6 now back na adene me nya bi because of my is so clear the Alan Beden na wakoye campaign abra musman crofo with catalyst system there obi biara we imagine there all support
this information source there
mo see what party headquarters
but say obi anka say na
na say
any other source apart from say they see
Atta Kennedy
that is probably another
Atta Kennedy
okay the Atta Kennedy can
it's general secretary or enter can it
general secretary no
they were
don't go there
what's the general secretary no dey go na mo dey see kan buy
all enter na can su di nechi
and the general secretary no dey see kan buy and the MPP omo arrange attack on their own self to make it
super something you cannot get fairness all the time we don't mind any okay, you say farmer. They be so
same stress be. Now we hear program. Or say let me text. What's in your honorable affinio marking car and yen no correct.
Okay.
Now on just last week, Okoto so we machines for this 200 Ghana cedi.
Text
so we machines
200.
You can show preview to that text.
Text no way.
No.
Kofi, where is the text? No, propaganda. No, where is the text? Let's see the text.
If you want to see the text, I'll show you.
No. Let him show. You have a duty as a host to seek. No.
You have a duty. I have a
conference now. Kofi, please, the man is
no, but I can't trust the two of you. I can't trust the two of you.
200.
No, let me see.
Okay, for him.
Why are you not showing it to me? Is your man he's not being truthful. That's 300 cities. Oh, what is here is 300. No, it's not 2. Please, please, it's 3. It is 300. You see your propaganda. No, you are the host. No. I'm also surprised. I'm surprised. I'm so surprised.
I didn't know.
I'm so surprised.
Please, the man is a liar. As at last week, sewing machine is
300. That is what is there. Please.
Oh, my integrity is online.
No, we are talking about no. We don't know the source. So Kofina Nimpepi na Washada on send a text. We don't know. How could you say that this is an independent person who is sending a text?
But your analysis.
No, because I have been buying, please.
You have been buying.
Are you hosting this program or you are part of the panel? Are you hosting or you are part of the panel?
Okay.
Are you hosting? The man is a former interested propaganda. The man has been a propaganda for you have been exposed. You have been exposed. We don't know who. We don't know your son. Oh, yeah, 300.
Okay.
It is, what are you talking about?
But for the records,
no,
it is 200.
Not the record. We don't know
for the
who.
Records, it is,
no, man,
no, for the record. I don't know where you bought it.
No, please.
But Kofi made an analysis.
I disagree with you. I disagree because you are hosting us.
That is not the point.
Please,
let us make
so are we supposed to be showing Text me. Do you know what people have sent?
No.
To me, no. Mama came more beside Tom. So then they had the back. Then we cannot arrive at a fair suggestion.
Just 10 seconds. Minia, I could have not doubted Honorable Afenyomaki in the figures. So, test now made the man. Say, okay, exactly the figure now. I would have believed him. But even figure now, he was telling that it's 300 when it is 200. Meaning that the potential to lie in him is very high. Okay. The potential to lie is very high of you than that lady.
What a text.
The potential to lie.
What is this?
Is high in you.
No, what is that? Is it 300 or 200?